The trap god just walked in, they just entered. $250,000 all 20s, they just printed.
The OG bought gun with government cheese. I just went to Lenny, spent the cheese on a pair of sneakers.
Government cheese, we came from that government cheese. I swear my youngest got choppers, they got them with ease.
Government cheese, I swear it's that government cheese. And you ain't eat no cheese unless
Yeah.
But the thing is that now when we're looking at it now,
Right.
there's a lot of single
Right now.
individuals. Yeah, right now in this climax right here.
Okay, that's a weird word.
So the thing that is that there's not many of those anymore. There's not that many of men and women households anymore. There's a lot less of that. There's more of
The dream ain't working because the team ain't working or something. Teammate makes the dream.
I mean, I think for real, if you look at
stuff.
it though, the what the family looked like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? You got over 75% of the black children were born and married with married parents in the 1950s, you guys. So the census data from 1960 show 2/3 of black children lived in 2-parent homes. There wasn't perfection, discrimination, or segregation were very real, but 2-parent families, extended kin networks, and community bonds were everyday reality for them back then.
and a lot of it is to blame for our men, pretty much. The majority of it. I'm not going to say all of it.
Okay,
I'm not
so
going to say all of it, but
I think maybe the
am.
incarceration of our men, not necessarily.
That too.
I wouldn't say so much the man in general. I guess. I guess it's choices that they made, maybe in some sense, right?
There's a lot of one choices, and one of it not our choice that it happened.
Right.
Right. I mean, and I just feel like, a lot of it is just like, a lot of the big truth is that black families didn't fall apart.
No.
They were systematically stressed, legally disrupted, and socially targeted.
Yeah.
And so what happens when you have all this stuff coming at you at one time? You tend to either get stronger or you crash and burn. But there is still a percentage, and I think it's about 30% if you come back into times now where you got 30% of black households running at this point. So those people they still found a way to love and raise their children in their culture.
Yeah. And a lot of them don't. I mean, a lot of them live in what you call a single parent, where the woman is pretty much the man and the woman taking care of bills, working 2 or 3 jobs just to try to make ends meet. The man is paying either child support or
Welcome in, Miller.
or working 2 jobs as well too, and still trying to still maintain, the day-to-day living.
Yeah.
There has got to be some way thinking outside the box, not the normal thinking of how can we solve this issue, but finding new ways to solve the issue, or what can we get to the root, to the problem of how to change that
Right.
back to our favor. Because right now it's not in our favor at all. Like it's
Right. So
it's they're winning at this
So
point.
do you want to go in? Let's see if we got anybody else that want to kind of talk on what you're talking about, what back in the day until now. You want to get some comments on through the chat and stuff like that on the thing, on the stuff on the top of the subject, just the top of the subject at this point, not going in depth into it.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay, it's up to you. I'm asking you.
That's fine.
You're.
But I mean, you're
I'm
in
trying
control.
not to take-
You have. I mean, pretty much right now, you're the host. You got the power to do majority of the stuff.
Oh, okay, well, no,
I
that's
don't.
fine. So if anybody wants to come up and speak on, I don't know how do we connect the two chats? That's where we go
That's a
to.
good question.
That's a good question. How do we connect the two chats? Because I'm pretty sure there's questions going on over there, and we can't connect into unless Dre, are you able to ask the question for your chat over here in our chat box? Or put their opinion in, or if they want to come up on the panel and see and have their say of what we're talking about on the front end. What do they think about?
I'm sure I have a comment. So basically, the topic of discussion is what? Give it to me again, Psycho J.
Black families, the issues and what to solve the problem with not too many black families nowadays.
Yeah, what's the difference between the black families back then and the black families now? And what can we do to make it to where we're, because at this point the marriage rate has went down. What do you think we can do to make it change?
That's a whole lot to unpack.
It is.
But as far as back then, like even now, I see right now today with the evolution of the things, like we have evolved. So things that I was doing in high school, middle school, I'm not doing, but I'm looking at my nieces and nephews. They in their teenage years, they're doing shit over here on these social medias that we never did. So what my main thing is, like, right now, black families, head of households are more into survival mode than anything. So that makes shit a lot more difficult for us to really tend to the things. Like, it's not easy to come home from work after a 12-hour shift, 8-hour shift, cook, clean, make sure homework and shit is done, especially being a single mom. That's me. So it's like when shit wasn't like it is now, I was at the school every day, lunch with my daughter. But now shit I'm in the squeeze right now. So I mean, I'm talking about, I was there so much with her friends would ask, y'all rich, your mama don't work. But they didn't know that I worked overnight and I just stayed up to come eat lunch with my baby every day. I showed up, I was there. But right now, the way shit is right now, as far as I'm talking about from a single mother's perspective. And the black family, that's a 2-unit situation. So my thing is, like, I'm never gonna be in a 2-unit situation and can't hit all the points. It's no way that there's 2 of us and we both can't come together and make sure we got dinner ready, make sure shit is in order, make sure somebody's assigned to see about the kids and what they got going on in school or class. But again, this is not their biological father. So that responsibility is on me to make sure that my preteen is going to school, getting her lesson, coming home, making sure dinner's good, getting ready for work, all of the things. So it's really different now than it was back in the days. And when I say about my nieces and nephews, I'm talking about, I see now these young kids is on social media. They got their middle finger up. They got their tongue out their mouth. They're twerking and jerking and doing all the things. Like, I never did that on TikTok because I have too much respect for my family that is here. So it's different. And my mother said her great grandma told her, this new generation of kids that's coming up, they're going to be different. They're going to be smart, but they're not going to be wise, because being smart and being wise is 2 different things. So it's the wisdom that is going to carry us through. Being smart and clever in those things is different than being wise. Because with wise, you're using your discernment, your own personal discernment, to know what you need to do next and what not to do. Because it ain't always what you need to do. It's shit that you need not to do to progress. So, hey, look,
Absolutely.
That's my spiel. That's my spiel on it. Y'all can
absolutely.
That.
So this, as the next block over, created the cycle of fatherless children and making it generational. Now it's coming from Tracy. down in the chat. So I absolutely, like I said, I agree. And one of the things, like if we fast forward, is this: what do the numbers look like today, you guys? So today we're about 5.18 million Black married couples, families in 2023, up from 3.57 million in 1990. Single mother households are significant, and that's kind of what Chrissy was kind of covering at this moment too. It's about 4.15 million Black families in 2022 that had a female head of household with no spouse present. And that's up since 1990. Around 1.18 million Black families in 2023 had a single father as a head of the household. So fathers are stepping up in that way, and that was also an increase, by the way. And in the terms of living arrangement for children, today about 44 to 46% of Black children live in a two-parent household. So we went from 75%, you guys, to 44 to 46% of Black children growing up in households that are a two-parent household at this point.
Okay, Queen. I don't mean to interrupt you, but why this is on my mind? Can you give us the stats of how the Black man is more consistent in the Black family household when they would want you to think that it's the total opposite? So
Absolutely.
It's like so much projection going on where it's like, oh, Black families is the one who inherit or the most of the food stamps and government assistance, which we know it was already designed for us to not do those things. So again,
That's actually where I
they
was
say
going
Black,
to next,
Black
actually.
fathers are absent or in the family. That shit is not true. Y'all do not believe that hype. Our Black men stand up more than any other ethnicity of men. Y'all see how these Black men be loving up these girl dads, these girl moms, these boy dads. Like, we really is in a place where we straight. So y'all listen, don't believe that hype, but y'all also have to remember that he who controls the media controls the narrative. You know what I'm saying? So they only gonna put out the shit that they want us to see. I just want y'all to know that that shit is bullshit, real talk, and that our Black fathers are standing up more. So don't ever get it twisted about a Black man and a Black fatherless home. That is the shit that they wanted y'all to believe, just projection. So I know it's stats on that shit, and I know, like I said, it's stats on that, and it's also stats on who received the most government assistance in the system.
You gotta figure out how you get it over there. Okay, so all right, so that's exactly what I was going into next, actually, Christy. So I was actually going right into that. So to focus on the Black fatherhood, you guys, there's a lot of myth making around Black fathers. So let's ground that. Let's ground that. Kind of like where Christy says, research shows that fathers' involvement varies widely, and Black fathers are often deeply involved in kids' lives, even when
Deeply,
not
deeply.
right,
Stress
without
that shit
co-western
deeply.
is deeply involved into their, yes, absolutely. So some data shows that in adulthood, a large portion of Black men, fathers, children, through not always in married households, they are there. They are there. So those narratives that they put on our Black men is absolutely incorrect. And actually, I think if you look at it the right way, you have a lot of mothers that are like actually on the other opposite end of it at this point. And our race is most definitely not at the top of it. But they would like for us to think that
Queen, excuse me, Queen real nice and sweet and humble about it, but she talking about the Bonquishas, the ones who want to keep the baby daddies from the babies, and that shit don't have nothing to do because they don't want to be with them. That's a whole nother conversation for another day, but that's what they're basing the statistics off. The Bonquishas and the LaQuishas, that's like, nah, nigga, because I can't be with you, you're not going to see your kid. That's different from them depriving this man of seeing their children. Because let me tell you something about me. When my baby daddies called me and said it was coming to get the kids, let me tell you, I had the bags packed by the door. Do you think I ever told them they couldn't come get their children?
come get them. Hey, hold on, guy, welcome in. Come get them.
They waiting for you by the door. So don't ever get that shit twisted. Like I said, everything that they say is the total opposite. It's called projection. If somebody can pull up the goddamn definition of projection, that's that shit that says, "I know you are, but what am I?"
Right.
You remember when we was little and it was that little bickering back and forth shit? It was, "I know you
Right.
are, but what am I?" Your mama bald head, yeah, I know your mama is, but what am I?
You want this?
It's definitely projection. So don't ever get it twisted about my black kings and them taking care of their offspring.
Oh, he put it up.
That shit is not facts. Queen
Right,
just gave y'all
right.
the facts and the percentages.
Yeah, that's like I said, and I want everybody to know that. So if we, like I said, we're gonna push a narrative that our men are doing what they're supposed to do and get up out of our business. That's really honestly what we've been wanting to do for a while, is get out of our business. Stop worrying about what the hell, you know what I'm saying, we doing over here. We doing what we supposed to do. We want to mind our own black business. Can we do that?
It's just so disheartening when, like I said, he who rules the media rules all the shit. Nobody's gonna never know about this and hear these statistics unless they come into these spaces, right?
Right.
And the
That's
shit
true.
is real. It's statistically documented that our black men are standing up and they're being the fathers that everybody else is saying that they're not being. And these white men, they're not sticking around for their children. They're getting these ladies. They got the bread because they commandeered everything that don't belong to them. They got the bread, so they got the money to do the abortions and get rid of them children and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we having our goddamn babies. That's what the fear is at too about the black families. We're having our babies.
Our population is growing.
Absolutely. And Queen, I'm still thinking about that thing when I told y'all the other day to not Google, but go into your emojis.
Oh yeah.
Right? And you know how you got those different color hands. A lot of people didn't even know that they changed colors. They thought it was just everything was YT. That is the white supremacy that has been poured onto our families like lacquer. That shit that shine. That shellac.
Right.
The shit that shine. That we never, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, again, like I said, y'all go look at the statistics, everything that they said. And once you step into that place where you ready to learn who you are, where you came from for real, and you learn that shit will hurt your feelings, baby. That shit gonna make you mad. That shit gonna make you ready to go BLOW up some shit. But it's the truth, it's facts.
Right. Okay. So I'm looking at everything that's seeing that we're not necessarily connected to the chat. Nothing is connected over here on our end. So if anybody wanted to come over here and make sure they're supporting over on this side, y'all can come over to our side and come click over here to us too, to be able to make sure y'all are following all of us, because I don't think you can connect through that screen. All right. So Jay, you got the next bullet point? And add yours into there. I know you had something, didn't you?
I pretty much just got thrown off again. But
we were at segment 5. If you're looking at the men, 5 is where
I think honestly
you can go into what you want to go.
I think honestly it's sometimes it can be communication as well too amongst relationships with black men and black women. I think a lot of times a black woman would like more of a open conversation with a lot of things that goes on. I know a lot of times too, a lot of us is just kind of stuck in our own ways most times when we are stuck with a situation that could affect anything that could affect the family. And also too, I've also noticed as well too, like we have moved so far away from family connections. I feel like we have slowly but surely moved away from interacting with our family, having family functions, having family get-togethers, things of that nature, Sunday dinner, things like that. I think we have really moved very well. I wouldn't say slowly, but I would say the past 5 to 10 years, I feel like it has gotten worse with the amount of not connecting or communicating with any of our families outside of our surrounded circles.
Yeah, I think like you're talking about just as far as like the house that you live in. Besides that, yeah, I mean, I can't speak for the mass of black people or anything like that. I just speak for myself. Family, the black family in general is a broken concept. Yeah. I mean, that's just like, I know, like you were saying that there's different stats or whatever with all that, but the concept of the black family itself is broken. I mean, the perception of it. I mean, because we all know perception is king. You know what I mean, and when I think about the black family, just in general, I don't have a lot of great things to say about it. And I come from a very close knit family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we used to, like, and it kind of goes to your point. We definitely had a point where in connection, social events and stuff like that was a lot more prevalent. But I've seen, like, with the passing of the older generation, that it died with them. Yeah. The last of my great aunts and great uncles, died. Well, yeah, died. Was it 2 years ago? And literally, that's the last time we had any type of function that involved a mass amount of people.
Right.
And when I feel like it's a problem. It's just like our the way we are as people
right
now is so toxic and poisonous.
Yeah,
I mean it just is because I got family right now that they said they're all about family. They're all like, oh man, let's get together and all this stuff. But on the regular, the only time they have anything to say, or they have any reason to communicate, all of a sudden is because they need something, right, or they want something.
Shout out to Coach Christie for coming up and kind of giving her opinions and stuff like that.
And very valid opinions too. Yes.
And if you have not followed Coach Christie, please follow her. Please hit that follow button. She does great work. As CJ.
But yeah, Tracy also said in the chat, you guys, before we get too far off of the conversation that we were talking about when it comes to kids, she says these damn devices are raising our children, and that's absolutely correct. And then let's see, Nori says she agrees with you, Dave, about how the family dynamic and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like what she says about the kids situation. Yeah, that's so valid. Because my thing is, like, when you look at individuals, and I'll generalize. I mean, that's the only way I'm going to make sense of anything, to a point, until I can get down to some detail. Right. But generally speaking, like, in my world, a black man, they're usually only have any reason to call anyone is when they need, like, help with something.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they need someone to do something. Because here's the mess. And here's the part about that pisses me off. Because I get people need help. I ain't gonna, I'm not. But we need help so freaking much.
Yep.
Because we don't know how to do nothing. You realize how many times I've been called by people our circle.
Yeah.
To come and change a tire.
Yeah.
To come and change a battery, to come look at some plumbing.
It's like they're not interested in even trying to learn how to do it.
Yeah,
for the certain generation, it's almost like learning, having a skill as a trade or something to do to live on has been lost in our generation.
You're right, but even to more to that point, is it anything that requires any type of physical effort? Nobody wants anything to do with it. Male, female, children, no one wants anything to do with it. You know
but what can we do to make it? Because my biggest thing is like, if I'm gonna say something about it that's negative, what can we do to change it? We want to make the dynamics, even if we have to start at this next generation. You know what I'm saying? What can we do to change that dynamic for the generations to come? Because we got to change it somewhere. Like we can't continue to this. If we know the problem, why are we not trying to fix it?
Well, but here's the thing about that's such a individual thing. Like you have to have it in your heart to
want to fix it.
Well, not just want to fix it, but having your heart to be motivated to do these things. See, we live in a time.
I'm gonna get into the comments, y'all, in a second. Let us finish up some stuff.
We live in a time where it's almost seen. It's almost feel like it's laziness, physical laziness is rewarded. You know what I mean? Because when I hear people say like, oh well, if it makes money, that's all that matters, and and the less work you do, the ratio of how much work you do versus how much money you make is the most important thing. Like if you can do something without putting a lot of effort, that's the only thing that matters. And my thing is like, I get that concept, but at the same time, there's the other part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like certain things have to be done. Yeah. And if you're in a mindset where I'm gonna pay for all this stuff to get done, to me, being an adult, you're trying to circumvent being an adult. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not, women, men, regardless of how you feel about certain things, we're all individuals. We all have certain things that we're good at, certain things that we're not so good at. Right. You know what I mean? Or certain things that we're interested in, things that we're not interested in. But either way, there's certain things that is our responsibility.
Okay.
So we can't always say, okay, money is the answer to all of our problems.
And it's not. So let me go ahead and get into the comments, you guys.
Yeah,
so
we're like three deep.
Yeah, no, I'm more than 3 deep. I've got 23 new messages over on my end. All right. So Tracy came in and said, in our families nowadays, children are raising the parents, in most cases, the moms. Absolutely. Oh, dang. It just like literally cycled me all the way up. All right. Hold on. Oh, that was you sharing all the dang on live out, sir.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It says, let me see. Somebody said true.
I think it might have been my mic that been making that.
It might have been.
Because I switched it over to the
Nori said true.
Stop.
Nori says, I definitely feel like the pandemic added more division to our families also. And I mean, I think it did, in a sense. It made it to where people were comfortable to staying at home. Let's see here. What else was on here, you guys? Let me go down. Cycle J shared out the live in the middle of it, so I got a whole bunch of share out. All right. So fathers need to strap up and be more intentional about being with being in their children's lives. And absolutely. But women also need to make these men strap up. So I think, and that's in the difference in that, I feel like, because
wrap it up.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this in a sense.
Wrap it up.
This is why a lot of people get mad at me when I say this, because the reason why I say this is how I look at it is we have just as much control as that man does to make sure we don't have no children. And if not, I mean, in some senses, and now in this case, you know what I'm saying, with all the stuff going on with the Planned Parenthoods and stuff like that, we don't even have the option to go in, if this is your structure or whatever, to go and just say, no, we can't take care of this child. And I know, right? Can't take care of this child. We can't just go.
Black families.
And I'm not saying that black families even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me is we have to be more responsible for our bodies on both parts.
Okay, so hold on. For the new people that have joined our live, tonight's topic is black families, and
she said the same thing as me too.
We're kind of dissecting a little bit of each part of the issues behind black families and the issue between men and women, and why can't they coexist like marriage?
Okay, and I'm gonna bring one person up at a time because I don't want to have a whole crowd of people at a time, but one person at a time, as in to speak it out loud. Tracy has been vocalizing a whole lot down here in the chat, so I'm gonna bring her up.
Wrap it up.
And let me just say this though, she also did say in the chat, you guys, women need to choose better by accountable for the men who choose to have kids by.
Bingo.
They absolutely do. That's a biggest thing. Women need to be accountable. Hey, Bless. Look, she came in on the other. You came in on the shop, my girl. All right. So, but women are stuck with the child, and men choose to move on, right? But that's the thing. It's like if the woman was accountable, she wouldn't be stuck with it. All right. So let me go ahead and Tracy, I'm gonna go ahead and let you come up and drop your opinion. What I'm thinking is so we can have room for everybody to be able to come up, because I know Mickey's been down there. I don't know for sure what she wanted to jump up and say, but Mickey needs to go next. Tracy, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up. Let's give everybody what you want to give them, like, what, a 3-minute window to kind of give their spiel. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're gonna give everybody
that's a championship round right there.
Championship round. All right, 3-minute window, just so we can get everybody in that wants to come up. All right. Tracy, hello, beautiful.
Doing?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I just this subject kind of touched on me because I just did a piece. Actually, I won a studio time off a piece I had written about the ghetto, and in my opinion of the ghetto, that men create the ghetto because they say. I mean, I was a 15-year-old mom. I had 3 children by the time I was 21. We as young girls, especially fatherless daughters, we're looking to hear something. So these men, these guys come along, they tell us stuff, they drop a seed. Once you tell them you're pregnant, and we think that we're in love and we think that we're gonna be a family. So they drop the seed, they move. And once you tell them you're pregnant, they stop, they go over to the next block and get little Jessica pregnant. Then they do the same thing, then they go over there, then it's just generational curse. Then the children they have start, them 15 children with all these different moms, they go and start recycling the whole thing. So I think that's how the ghetto is created. And like I said, the women, of course, yes, we do need to be more responsible in choosing the men that we have. But in our minds, especially as me, I'm speaking of my opinion based on my life as a fatherless daughter that never met her father. We look for these men, which is not their fault, but we're looking to hear what we should have heard from our dads, and that's the cycle I'm talking about repeating itself. Because we don't know our dads. You know what I'm saying? We don't know our dads, so we're looking for the men for that, which it makes it hard for the men because we're looking for them to do something that they're not prepared to do, and so it just keep repeating itself.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, Tracy, so much. Thank you for coming up. That was very valid opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and let Dave go ahead and respond to you first, and then because I want you to be able to have time to, if you want to say something else, to say it back. So Dave, go ahead.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay. So as far as like what she said, like the second half of what she said, I'm down with. But what bothers me is like it's like the first part. You say, okay, men create the problem or whatever, but let's like, okay, yes, there are men who have preyed on young, let's just say ignorant, young women, girls.
Knowledge girls. How about that?
I won't call us ignorant, but
yeah,
I will.
Okay.
I won't. That's instant. If you look at the definition of the word, I guess. But at the end of the day, I say we just had a lack of knowledge at that age.
All right,
at that
whatever.
age,
But
lack of knowledge.
It's a proper way to say it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. We'll move forward. Yep.
I'm gonna say ignorant because what I'm talking about is when you even the definition of the word is to ignore.
What's up, Sandra?
to ignore what's in front of you. You know what I mean, and to not have the wisdom and all that stuff is all goes along with it. But you a lot of them have that wisdom. I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but we all know what happens when you have what's the word?
Intercourse.
Okay, and when you do that, we all know what comes after that. So what I'm saying is accountability needs to be had. I can take a responsibility in
But we
men.
do take accountability. We take care of our babies, and they move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
well, see that has nothing to do
In a
with
scenario
with taking responsibility for your
where the-
actions that led up to the position that you're in.
the
That's
position that she's talking about, though, and this is where this is where I would disagree. In the position that she's talking about is a 15-year-old child with a grown ass man, and so you have it's a 15-year-old child cannot be held at the same responsibility level as a grown up.
you are responsible for yourself at all times. Look,
Well, no,
I understand what you're saying, that it's unfair, but the fact is, what caused that situation for that woman, or for that girl to be in a situation has more to do with the parent.
Oh, you know,
I mean,
absolutely. That's what she said. Yeah, that's what she said.
It has less to do with the men taking responsibility that we created this. That's not fair. Yes, we played a part, parents played a part, and girls' ignorance played a part in all of this. That's what I'm saying.
That word ignorance don't sit well with me. But anyway, go ahead. Because I'm a very intelligent woman. So I'm like, that don't sit well with me.
Oh, so you was a really intelligent woman at 15 years old.
At 15 years,
you was smart as you are now.
You know what I can say? I was not good at choosing the men that I had children by. But let me tell you something. I was a mother and a half. All my children are very successful.
No one
today.
is saying anything about your ability to be a mother.
I was speaking on my experience, and when I said that when they jump, when we hold accountability because we take care of them children. The men they get the choice to leave and go and do what they want to do. That's what I'm saying, and then they go do the same thing. You
take responsibility of a portion of what.
No, I took responsibility. I raised my babies.
Holly Rod,
like I said,
that's different.
The fact of the matter is,
get you up there.
People in general, and I'm not even going to talk about her anymore because I don't.
We don't want to generalize. He wants to pull it back off of a general conversation. Okay, I got you. So we're not generalizing anymore. You're just talking about the situation. I was general. Well, no, I'm talking about you're talking about the situation. She was talking about one single situation.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
my situation is most situations.
My thing is with that is that. Generally speaking, I just have to start saying that, obviously. But generally speaking, you got women or girls. I can't even call them women, but because you even say it's 15 years old.
They're
okay,
not mature enough to be called a woman yet.
So with that ability to do the thing that's going to cause you to be in a situation that you're in, today, right? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, if it was ignorance in the sense, because I'm not talking about being dumb or being just plain stupid or being subjugated to a certain level of intelligence. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what the word ignorant even means. What I'm saying is, a lot of times the girls know what's going to happen. Girls know what's at stake, but they don't care about it because they want so much to believe in the illusion that they created for themselves in this man. He has to play on something to be able to get something from her, and he's playing on her ignorance. He's playing on her natural ignorance just by being immature. Again, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
You're not developed yet. So you can't be not developed and also be fully developed. You know what I'm saying? In your mind. Well, you have a certain amount of ignorance.
I get that. I get what you're saying, but then it's still, for me, in that statement and how you broke that down, it still then relies on that man that, by the way, should have been a leader it still falls back on the man
Exactly.
failing us. And so, like, if you look at the whole general statement of all
How
of
did
what
he-
you just
how
said,
did he
because
fail you, though?
first that man was a grown man preying on the ignorance of a young girl.
Okay.
Even if it was a
Right.
grown woman, he was still preying on her ignorance.
Right.
So that leaves even though the girl is ignorant, she didn't have enough time to be able to grow up
No one-
to where he is grown.
Right. But you
So
understand that no one said anything
Ignorance.
against what you. No one's arguing that point.
You're giving a situation or question. Yeah.
No
Holly
one's-
just dropped the definition to the ignorance. Yeah, in the chat. So reverse
Well,
man, like
okay, let's be honest. You know, like Webster's dictionary. Ain't,
oh no,
ain't-
he
ain't-
broke
ain't
it down
clean.
in the way that it was supposed to be broke down. Holly Rogers is pretty.
All right.
He's pretty knowledgeable. The world. He said the word ignorance means a lack of knowledge of giving a situation or question,
Okay, but
and it says referring to men like that as scoundrels.
there's another
Oh, I got you.
there's another.
You mean hold on, dang, Jay. You in this sharing, it's knocking my questioning out the way. You mean being naive.
Yes.
Being naive. That's so in other words, they're saying instead of using the ignorance, it's being more naive, being naive. That makes it easier to where it's not
If that's how y'all want to characterize it, that's fine. My
Which
thing
is,
is,
I mean, they're all meaning
my
the
thing
same
is,
thing,
my-
so-
exactly.
Yeah, it's all meaning the same thing.
my thing is when we look at the word ignorant and you break the word down from what the actual word is, it has ignore and has ants. All right. So the only way to be ignorant is to ignore. All right. That's my point with that. You know what I mean? Like but yes, there's a level of being naive, and there's a certain level of being unwise.
Absolutely.
But that's what to me that's what makes ignorance.
Right. You know, and that's why I said all of it means the same thing. It's just that some words are just perceived a little bit different.
Exactly. I mean,
and that's all.
everybody likes to you look at that word and think it's derogatory. I'm using the word based off of what the word stands for.
But it's still, if we go back into what we were saying, if we go back to generalizing what she was saying, it still again falls back on the man. And because the man is the one that pushing out.
Here's my point with this.
I'm trying to
I'm not saying that not to be responsible for the part I played
What
in
I'm
it.
saying is
But
you're
I'm saying he
saying
gets the choice to move on and
it's
do the
all
same
about the
thing
men.
to
What I'm
somebody
saying
else.
is there's a shared responsibility. Yes, most
I didn't
of it
say
you
that it
can
wasn't.
put on men. You know what I mean?
I never
what I'm
said
saying, what I'm saying, there is a shared a responsibility among everyone involved. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
But
When I say-
my reason for even speaking was because she said, okay, the men created the ghetto. Men created it was a systematic. It's a,
That was systematic for sure.
Exactly.
The ghettos were systematic.
and
Yeah.
to put all the blame on men that
The
we
men-
created it is to say that there's no responsibility going anywhere else. That's what I'm. That's what I'm getting at.
I got you.
I mean,
So hold on.
Well,
Let me-
they the ones get to step to the next block, keep creating and creating.
okay,
and
whatever,
creating,
dude. Like,
and then-
I can't deal with it. Like, okay, we
Well, you
don't
can't
want
deal
to
with
take
it, you shouldn't be
responsibility.
up there.
We don't want to take responsibility. Got it.
But so
All right, let me set back this.
I didn't
Let
think I
me
was
set back this.
Hold
right.
on. Everybody, time out.
All right.
Jay's talking.
Okay, so for the new people that are joining us, welcome to the Government Cheese Party podcast. Please don't forget your heartbeat. Please don't forget to follow us, and please don't forget to tap that screen because we definitely need
The
people to tap
tabs, you
that
guys.
screen.
Right now we're at 5.8K. We've been on here now. Let's see how long we've been on. We've been on for 1 hour and 7 minutes, you guys. We've only had a total 77 views,
Wow.
1 new follower, you guys. And we had 9 gifters right now. you
Please
guys.
share to your story.
I'm not too worried about the gifts too much, you guys, but those taps and the share outs, you guys, are most definitely important.
Here, who stands? Whoa. Who's?
I want to hear. Oh, your stance. You want to hear your stance
My
on the
stance?
situation? Yeah, that's what Sissy said. Sissy said she wants to hear your stance on the situation.
stance.
Yeah, well, I mean, go for it. That we all have our stance on where.
Listen, I will say this. both sexes are at fault at it. Period. In the subject, like there's no. Oh, I'm going to point it at his direction. Oh, she's going to point it at his direction. We're both at fault. Period.
Right.
End of subject.
I mean,
like there's
facts.
no more
Facts.
no more finger pointing that we always constantly keep doing with each other. Because honestly, at the end of the day, the white man is still going to look at you and laugh because we are constantly, continuously being at battle with each other. Always.
Facts.
He's always going to be laughing because black people
All
are
I
going
was-
to constantly be at each other's throats every time. And it's apparent when we go on TikTok Live, when I stumble into somebody's room, we're constantly calling each other out of the word out of both sexes. And it's got to stop. Somewhere along the lines, we got to make a difference.
Facts.
Period.
100%. 1000%.
Right. And that's what I said. I agree with the change. Thank you so much, Jay, for your stepping in. I absolutely agree with the change. And that has to change, that we have to stop pointing the fingers at each other. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because the problem is still going to be the same.
Right.
I mean,
Well, that's where my next step was, is where can we cause that, have that solution to where we don't have, because equally that man coming in and preying on that young girl, and that young girl not being knowledgeable enough to be able to shut him down.
It all starts.
So where
with
do we,
the parent?
so then where do we get the education for the parents to be able to teach the kids? Because you got to think about it again. Miss Tracy, she does have kids that are within our age range. Right. You get what I'm saying? So this started way back when. So when are we going to put in play the change? When is it happening?
But that, see,
you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
That's my point. That even for the last show, my point is that we are so focused on things that don't matter that it's like there's no way to get past or to make any type of progress. That's my thing is, if we're going to make any progress, we got to say, okay, we're starting from here. All right.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, let me finish. We're starting from here. We're not going to demonize. We're not going to point fingers. We're not going to try to make someone feel like they're responsible for my struggle and my trial. We all have to take full responsibility for where we're at, because
The only point
I'm not done. Well, because my whole point is that when we continue to keep having this victim mentality, it ain't doing nothing but alienating our own people. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm definitely not a victim. I don't play a victim. I take responsibility for everything that I did in the part. But all I'm saying, I did my role as a mother. I stuck there with my children. The fathers moved on. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is the father. Don't get. Did you tell me that you was talking? Don't yell at me.
So
Anyway, I said that the fathers need to stick around for the responsibility as well. They move on. That's all the point I was making.
Okay, so
you know what? He don't need to be on your panel because he's a fucking asshole. I can't do him. I'm off of here.
All right, Tracy.
Keep saying the same thing over and over again. Nah. No one cares at this point.
All right.
Yo.
All right, Christy.
Happy Saturday, y'all. First of all.
Happy Saturday. Yes,
It's still
yes.
Saturday. We on government cheese. What y'all know about that government cheese sandwich? Listen.
Right.
Hey. The topic of tonight was what? Psycho J?
Black families, right? He's trying to key
yeah,
himself
no,
back
I was
in.
I was trying to fix the tapper because the tapper's like going back and forth. So I'm trying to fix that.
So remind me what the topic of the night is.
Okay, so the topic of the night is black families, and we're kind of just sort of dissecting the issues between men and women and why they're not getting married, or vice versa.
That's too much to unpack.
Yeah, that is.
It's. I mean, yeah, and it's supposed to be how we were breaking it down. It's a breakdown.
It's like we got 5 episodes in one, but for me, I don't know what just happened with that, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna use myself as a prime example. Like I said, we are so deep and so far. If you're not living in a 2-unit household, 2 adults, we are so deep and so far in survival mode where it is hell. Now, I did want to speak to, and I'm talking about me as a single mother. The choices I made was the choices I made. The baby daddies is the baby daddies. The damn baby daddies is the baby daddies, and the babies is here.
Right. Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah.
But listen, the baby mamas, we don't have time to take off and say, oh, well, I'm going to see what I can do. Or whatever. We got to make that motherfucking shit happen either way.
Right.
Rather than make me goddamn want to do shit or not. Okay? So Tracy point, I was kind of hearing some of what she was saying. I was in and out. Y'all know I'm on this Jose and this Wycliffe. But I heard something about a victim. What I am not is a victim of life. Yeah, I was born in the 80s. My mother was not on the act when I was born, but I'm a product of the 80s. Y'all know what the fuck went down in the 80s. But
Right.
guess what? My
All of
mama,
us in here was. Yeah.
right? My mother is a mother of 2. It's me and my brother. He's 2 years older than me. I'm 43. He's 45. So it's no way that I'm gonna blame my mother for shit that happened. My daddy was one of the biggest D dealers in the city, but I'm not gonna ever be a victim of life. I don't give a fuck what happened. I never was that. I think that's what shows my strength and my resilience is the fact that I'm not gonna say, oh, I ain't because my mom was on crack and da 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 da.
You're damn right it does.
I am a
damn right it
single
does.
woman. I am a single mother. It is a case by case situation. Some people have dealt with other shit. Like I ain't never dealt with no child predatory pedophilia type of shit. My kids have not, but some families have. To be honest, y'all, I'm 43. I didn't even know that this happened in black families. I thought this was shit that happened in YT families. I thought this was shit that happened in YT churches. But the older I got and learned that the stuff that happens, that people be talking about, that's being swept under the rug, like I don't have that trauma to deal with, so I can't speak to that. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, it's levels to this shit. So Government Cheese Podcast might not understand what Tracy's saying because of certain shit that she's been through as a female, as a woman. You already know we are double, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We are black and we are women. So we already got 2 strikes against us, but we
same thing, yeah.
still prevail. So like I said, I would never be a victim. I don't want no fucking victim mentality around me. I don't want a motherfucker that life happened to them and not for them. Because I cannot speak to what my mom knew as a parent growing up. Yeah, I was staying with my grandma. My grandma raised me. And let me tell you what happened. When my mama was outside doing her shit in the streets, when my mama came home, it was a special place in the closet where I would go and talk to my mom. And I love my mom to life. I don't give a fuck what she was doing. I ain't know nothing about that shit, whatever. And I would tell my mom every fucking thing everybody now said about her. Y'all know I like to talk.
Right.
Y'all know I've been talking since talking was a thing. Since I learned how to talk, I've been talking. That's what I do. So yeah, I
Right,
told my
Mom,
mom
if you
everything
were
everybody
to-
now say alright, but like I said, my mom was doing her thing.
Okay.
I loved her, but like I said, it's levels to this shit in life. So it's no way that this shit can be crossed the board. Not ever. Not today, not tomorrow, not never. Because everybody has their own trauma, all their own shit that they dealing with. There's levels to the shit. Like I said,
Now-
I was never the kid that my mama let go stay my friend house, and the daddy was doing some freaky ass crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't her. I didn't
Right,
have that. I had enough protection, even though my mom was outside as me as an 80s baby. And like I said, y'all know what happened in the 80s. So I wanted to speak to that. Also, Queen, I wanted to speak to the shit that you were saying, because a lot of times we get on these podcasts, we get on these lives, and we talk about what the problem is. Okay, it's a problem.
Now,
Yeah,
yes,
we know
yes,
the
go.
problem.
What's
The
next?
solution. Let me tell y'all what the solution is.
So even
And
on that point right there, see, like my thing is like the only way to go forward and progress is to identify the problem and come to a consistent what's the word? come to agreement on what the problem actually is. You can't have a solution without identifying the problem, agreeing that's the problem, and saying how do we fix it. And that's my
Okay, so
whole point
look,
about all of it.
that's my next point. Let me say this, government. I feel you. I appreciate you seconding that emotion, but group economics. I want for all of us that's on here, that's under the sound of my voice, to look into something with group economics. Because listen, it's enough of us right here, right now, to do a SUSA, or whatever the shit called, to get some group economics. Because the main problem is cash flow. Y'all know that we are the race of people. We are the ethnicity of people who is spend the goddamn most money. We make the less money, we spend the goddamn most, and we spend it the fastest. So group economics, I think, is our solution to all of our problems, really, to be for real. And I'm talking about in some serious type of ethical, type of loyal, type of realistic type of shit. Group economics. So I want all of, like I said, all of y'all under the sound of my voice. I mean, like I said, it's bigger than just that. We done been on 10, 11, 12 different topics tonight on this podcast. But in a minute, about 11 minutes, I'm going over here to party with Jay Bird and Professor Jay. But I want y'all, when we leave here tonight, if we don't do nothing, I want us to think about something with group economics. Y'all do some research on that shit, because there's too many of us in this group, in this area, in this aura right now, in this energy, for us not to make something happen. Okay, we coming with all the problems. Goddamn, we got all the problems. But what I don't like is a motherfucker that got a problem to every solution that comes around.
Right. We
So
want
a
to change
solution
it.
is that. Yeah, we
We
got
want to change it. That's why I said I keep on getting
I'm
off that
gonna
conclusion.
let everybody else know. You know why I came up with the topic? Because I knew it was a loaded question. I
was
knew
most
that there
it was
was
loaded.
multiple things that I wanted people to actually get a feeling on and actually shine light on certain stuff. See, I don't make episodes unless I know what I'm doing with those episodes.
Okay.
So I appreciate Coach Chrissy coming up. I appreciate a lot of Tracy and everybody else that's coming up, voicing their opinions, because guess what? It needs to be said.
I think a lot of the stuff needs to get off our chest. There's a lot of it. It's been
Damn
stuff
right.
that's been sitting on our chests for so long. I think getting it off your chest, and then let's see if we can be. I think, like I said, one of the things that I said before we even brought the podcast over here is that we all have to be adults to be able to move forward.
100%.
All of us. That's all of us. That means everybody's sitting on this panel, everybody's in this chat, everybody that comes up in the panel. We all have to be adults to be able to move forward. Otherwise, where is the change going to happen if we still got people out there that's lost and confused on what the problem is and how we're fixing it?
Okay. All right. So we're talking about trying to get the what was it? Get everybody together and trying to do all that shit, right?
Right.
Okay. So again, my issue with getting that going is that how I'm asking the question, how are we going to move forward if we can't even agree that the problem is the problem?
Well, I'll give you this one. The reason why is because a lot of it is there's not much. Number one, there's not much conversation to be had, because just like now, or a couple of minutes ago, there was no conversation between this and this. Like let's have the conversation, not yell at each other,
Right.
Not be in the disagreement.
Okay,
because again,
All right.
being in the disagreement, you're not giving or pulling.
Right.
You're giving and not taking. You're just yelling at
Right.
this point
So-
instead of not moving forward with it.
100%. I agree. Here's my point on that, is that if you're trying to move the conversation forward,
Right.
and someone keeps bringing it back to something that isn't even part of the conversation,
Correct.
what are we supposed to do? Just be like, oh, okay, we're just gonna be here for the rest of the show.
That just means that the question that you put out was not answering the question that she was looking for. So when
I wasn't answering her question. I was answering the topic.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
that's what I'm saying.
When we came out, when she came up here and she said what she said, right? And then we went back. Now we went back in, and then you were just like, well, now I'm gonna generalize it. Right, I'm not going to generalize it. I'm not talking about her situation at all. And then so she went to go rebuttal back, but the rebuttal back she started. So as for me, this is y'all remember how me and you used to go back and forth, and you'd be like, well, why are you? I would start from the beginning and work my way through because that's how I communicate. And that's how Tracy, I think, communicates too. And
work way through what?
So when here comes D. But when I start off, so like I'm starting off from the beginning of the conversation. So this is what we said.
Oh no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we said. This is what we were talking about. This is what I was talking about. And then now I'm going to go into, okay, well, this is what you're saying, and this is why it's different. So I'm going to bring both conversations, even though I might be repeating something that I've already said. I'm trying to put it all together. So I'm just repeating. In other words, I'm rebutting what you're saying. I'm repeating what you said, or she's repeating what she said. That's all it was.
I don't understand that. This is what I don't understand about that. If we all agreed, if we already agreed on a certain point, why is it so important to bring it up in an argumentative fashion when no one's arguing that point anymore? Like no one was ever arguing the point that she was trying to make. But yet she was using that point as if it's a valid point against the argument.
She was going off of it was very valid to her. That's one of the things that we said before. Opinions. Everybody has them. You know what I'm saying, on their situation.
But here's the thing. I think Sandra's trying to come up. But here's the thing. Like that's again part of the problem. Like
y'all two are good. Yeah.
I
just didn't want the panel to be going against each other.
No.
So Sandra and Dee together on one side is good.
This is a large part of why I secretly do not like people, and I'll explain this very kindly. We choose to have conversations, but we choose to have conversation in a yelling manner instead of not getting to the point. I'm just going to continue to keep punching up and keep making my point across until I continue to make you pissed off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because see, that's definitely my communication style.
But even then, there's still ways to have conversations, right? Instead of punching back,
right,
with more aggressiveness,
right?
That we will never solve anything with that at all.
It's not entertaining.
It's well. Let's agree to disagree. It isn't entertaining.
No, it's not.
But but I want people to understand. With this podcast, we're not having an argument podcast. We're having a conversation podcast. This stuff that has been plaguing us for a long time needs to be brought to the light, needs to be said. It needs to be dissected. It needs to be all of that, because this is a large part of our problem. We are fighting amongst each other instead of fighting what really is important. Bless. I'll let you have your piece, and then Sandra.
So what? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I know you already brought it up.
No, I'm just joking. Listen, first and foremost, I had to come up here because yet again I agree with Dave. That's 3. Okay.
You can't be doing that, man.
That's 3.
You're messing up the whole vibe.
Listen, the one time that you was actually making some sense, I was like,
okay, all right. Well, you know what? Yeah.
Now this is, and I know a lot of people are new because y'all are surrounding yourself with new networking people, and so they're not used to Dave. Dave can definitely get under your skin,
and not care at all about it. But yeah, keep
what I'm saying. but look at see he cares. He just say that because that's defense. That's defense.
You think so?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a conversation on that one day. Like just have the whole podcast, and I'm gonna refute that.
I'm telling you, but I do now. I understand where Tracy was coming from. I do understand.
I do too. That's
and I think that y'all did get. I think it got mixed up. I think what did not sit well with me, and I think that's kind of what David was saying. Dave, my bad. That's my when I don't agree with him. I say David, but we on Dave today. Okay, so I agree with Dave because I don't think it is our black men's fault as to the creation of a ghetto. That statement I felt was not correct because it is a systematic that was used by another people to suppress like that. So that's the point in what I agree with. And I think what he's trying to say was just that. I think he wanted to say it's not our black men, us as men are not.
Okay. All right. But real quick, didn't I say those words?
You did. You did.
So I said it.
You said it.
So that's it, right?
Listen,
No.
I was right.
No.
Everybody else is wrong.
No, let her
I'm
go.
immortal.
No. Okay, now I'll say this again, and he's not gonna like what I say right now, y'all.
I'm not
but
gonna listen to it.
He is the Charlemagne of our podcast,
No,
y'all. And I'm not even. I knew he's gonna get mad. Look.
See, that's why we quit. We done now. That's why I said I see both sides. Like I think Tracy was speaking from a personal perspective,
And that's exactly what I was trying to get at.
and
You know
I
what I'm saying?
think Dave was trying to say, okay, I hear your personal perspective, but generally, based off of the statements, I don't think it's our king's fault that there's a ghetto. Do men need to step up? Yes, but there's also women who need to step up.
That's where the ignorance comes in. That's where.
And there's where the accountability that I was
That's it.
talking about.
So I agree because when we think about the 80s, even like what Chrissy said, the 80s, villages, it took, what was the phrase? It takes a village to raise a family, right? And so in those older times, look at me talking like it's old, but you know what I mean? Years ago, there was a village, right? There was a village. And even though we all fall subject sometimes to falling under the radar, being, mothers at young ages, being African-American women at young ages, we still had a village. And some of us were just hard-headed.
Right.
So without the village, it didn't matter. But what I want to say is I disagree with the statement that our kings are the reason why there is a ghetto.
Yeah, and it goes back into the statements when I was doing the statistics on what actually truly happened in our neighborhoods. It was the systematic stuff that was pressed. It was pressed down on us. A lot of it, our man getting incarcerated. It wasn't the men that created the ghettos. It was the fact that we had the lack thereof.
Right.
So Tracy's come back in and say
Bless is going to shut up now because she
can't agree before I go. And I failed. I said I was coming up. I failed.
You can't never not come up, girl. You already know.
Well, I had to back Dave on this one. Like I was like, I ain't coming up there. If he on this foolishness, I ain't going up there. But when he started making sense, I was like, oh God, Dave is actually making some sense. I got to back him up.
Right.
But,
and
you'll catch my wisdom later on. You know what I mean? That's when you're going to see like, oh damn, man, you know what? He's right.
That might be the nonsense that Tracy talking about. I might need to go take a break. But what I will say is, and like what Tracy said, sometimes I think again Dave was correct. The verb, the meaning of ignorance is that even though it can come across as harsh, it is what it is.
Okay, cool, but can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Like. My thing about that, so I guess I talk to you like you're a human being now. So do you
No.
Dave.
Hey,
Look, Sandra gonna get you.
She don't know where I live. Nah. No, okay, but so like, do you understand what I'm saying when I get that it sounds brash. I get it, but the word to me, for me, it defines what I'm saying almost perfectly because to make up that word ignorance, you got to use the word ignore, and there's a certain amount of ignorance, right? That comes along with.
I like that.
Right, I'm usually using the word.
I got you
to explain the word.
Welcome in, cheese.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I do agree. I do agree. It can come off, and Dave sometimes he can say some stuff that you like. Hold on, don't be calling me ignorant because I know I ain't right. But when he was talking about his stance, I think he was just saying, the ignorance, even if it doesn't sit well with you, there is some ignorance. And sometimes being young, right? Being in love, right? We can all say that. I was a little ignorant. Hindsight, 2020. Had I known, I would have moved with the knowledge that I have, right? And so I don't think but again, I can also see how Tracy took it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but after I explain it, so my problem is I'm not gonna keep harping on this. I'm just gonna say this last thing, and I'm gonna let you have the last word. I'm good. But my thing is, after I explain it, and you still want to attack it in a way that's not true to what the conversation is consistent of. That's when I got a problem, because now you're not listening, and now I don't care about what you got to say, and now I'm gonna show you. See what I mean? So say what you.
We got like Jay said, we got to work on communicating. I come up here and debate you all the time. There was that one time you had me want to go to Kentucky. There was that one time I said I ain't never had nobody get me so upset. But outside of that, we have to learn how to communicate.
I don't care.
Right.
And he said that. But
he said that and smiled at all behind it, right?
Hold on.
I gotta use the restroom.
I
need you right here, baby.
I don't think
he ran off to the bathroom.
I wouldn't call you ignorant. But
Right, that's what I said. I think when
at one point there was ignorance. We are all ignorant.
Yes.
To something, right? Kind of like what Chrissy was saying, get knowledge. Mm-hmm. We are all ignorant. It doesn't have to be a derogatory word. It's just truthful.
We don't have the roadmap. We don't have the map. Just sit there and say, "Hey, this is where we need to go." No, we don't have that. That's never been a part of us. So knowledge is key.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying I see why she can be upset because of the usage of the word.
Yeah,
but
right.
I don't think that Dave meant it this time.
He didn't mean it. Look, this time. She said this time. He didn't mean it in that manner.
Yeah, so I don't think you're ignorant.
I didn't mean what manner.
The ignorance. You didn't mean it in the manner.
I meant it the way that it was defined.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the situation, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just the truth. We were, right? Like we said, we could have picked better fathers for our children. Right? That was knowledge. Now you have knowledge of something. So you're no longer ignorant to whatever it was.
Okay.
So what it is here, let me just say this because I'm seeing the comments down in the chat and I have to say this. It's like we have to sometimes, like I said, we have to take the words for what they are. It's not that you have to stop embodying that. We know that, Tracy, you're not ignorant. That's not the case. We know that we're not ignorant, right?
Yes.
That wasn't the case. You were naive in your case, right? That was just a situation to where it's an easier word to say in a naive way. But the way he was stating it in the situation, it was ignorance in the basis of you had a lack of knowledge at the time, but it wasn't for you. It was just a group of people.
Yeah, I think he was referring to.
He was referring to it as a group, not for you. He wasn't calling you ignorant.
And he can
try to put words in my mouth.
Well, that's not what he's saying. But that's what she embodied the word ignorance. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't it was more so of she embodied that word. Tracy, you are a queen. Do you understand? So you don't embody words that you know that don't apply.
That part.
But sometimes
And
it
that's
can be
where
a little triggering. So
I know. We know. Sandra,
Hey,
look, we all know this.
I get that, but I'm gonna say this right here. Hold on, Dave. Hold on, man. So you've been up in here, knowing your thug feels or whatever. Hey, I'm Sandra D, by the way, y'all. Don't even mind me. But I do want to say just that I am very proud of you tonight, Dave.
Y'all trying to piss me off.
Listen, you can get pissed off all you want to, but I'm gonna tell you did very good tonight. I'm proud of you because Tracy, trust and believe, Dave can get up under your skin, very much so. But I think it's not what you say; it's how you say it, and that be the thing with
sometimes that happens.
And for me, baby, if you say something the wrong way, I'm not listening. I can't receive it. And then sometimes we get here and we listen to respond and not to understand.
Facts.
So a lot of that back and forward goes on because we are listening to get our point across versus just sitting back and understand it. Facts. Now, coming from a child that was molested as a child, speaking on what Coach Chrissy had said, sometimes that don't even come from outside people. That can be people in your home that do that. And until we as a people, as a whole, come together and not look at each other as competition, what she said, Commonwealth, with the money situation, it would never work because we look at each other as competition. Mm-hmm. So until we fix the things within ourselves, then all the money in the world, we still gonna be in the same place that we are at. Because we all looking at each other like a competition. Like in the 70, 80, 60, you had Black families that was together, wealthy. Because you had two household parents. They worked, they had trades. When the 70s came and the government came through there and separate the Black man from the Black woman, you can't have no man in the house if you want some assistance, because what those Black women did back in the Gap was they used that assistance until they got them where they need to be at, and then they got off of it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just take a win, Dave.
Let me just say this. He said everything that y'all saying is the same thing that he was saying.
For the past 20 years at this point, dude.
He's been saying that same thing, but I think, like I said, like Chandra is saying, it's all in how it's delivered.
Yes, it's all you know what? Remember, because if you come at me aggressively, right, I'm not gonna pay attention to nothing.
Was I aggressive? Okay.
Look. Okay, so
he's passionate, y'all. So that's his aggression. What y'all will take aggression is passion.
Hold up. Let me base this in a way that everybody can understand. Look, you can sit there and say Dave is pissed off all the time. You can say Dave loves to piss people off. Yeah, that's both of them are true and factually true. But guess what? Let's get one thing straight. The issues that we are having this conversation of is because of what we have seen over the course of 10 to 20 years that has been plaguing us for this whole entire time on this land, pretty much. We cannot continue to move forward if we're going to continue to be parasites to one another.
Facts.
We cannot function. We cannot progressively move if we continue to try to unalive each other at every basis of the turn. Everything that we try to make positive, you try to make negative. That is a large part of our problem.
Right.
Just like what we've done here with the Government Cheese Party. We have opened up a platform for not only us as an individuals, we have opened up the platform for people to have conversations like this and to encourage and enlighten artists, business owners, entrepreneurs, everything of this nature. This is what this platform is based on. And regardless of whatever else everybody says, we're going to continue to keep this going. Because whatever negative naysayer or whatever else that TikTok don't want to push us on, which is perfectly fine, we're going to continue to keep doing this until you push us harder on this platform.
I would like.
I'm about to piss everybody off again.
Look, see,
all right,
look,
fine, whatever.
David.
All right, whatever.
Like I said,
David, but calm down, sir. You gotta calm down.
I'm trying, but okay, yes.
Hold on, D. Let me say this. So David, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like something, if somebody you feel like they antagonize you or whatever, step away. Because I will say that wasn't okay for you to do to Tracy. That wasn't okay, and that can put a negative effect on the Government Cheese Party podcast as a whole, and people don't want to deal with it. So I'm gonna need you to do a breather, 5-second breather, move off the camera, and then come back and collect yourself.
I refuse.
That's crazy to me. But you need to do better, because that's not okay. Like, for real though, that's not okay.
I say over the years, he's right. You know what I'm saying? She's right. So over the years, he has gotten so much better, y'all. When I tell you, like I said, we've been doing this since 2019. So, and so when I say that over the years, and even the couple years that you guys have been here, you know what I'm saying, for you, D, for you, Sandra, for y'all being here, y'all can see the growth, right?
I can see.
I think it tonight.
Yeah. So
they gave me tonight.
They giving you tonight.
You know what?
We don't know what's gonna come forward, right? We don't know what's next, right? But at the end of the day, he has done a lot better. So we give him steps by steps, like I said. But we cannot, as a people, this is the problem. When we exclude one opinion, then you have a whole group of people that's gonna be with that opinion, and guess what? We're losing that whole group of people.
Well, I agree. I like I said, you know, I'm always here for a good Dave battle.
Yeah, but I know you are.
When he started making sense, I was like,
I know you are.
That's
right. You know, you do realize 9 times out of 10 you come in and you say that because 9 times out of 10 you know I'm right. Like every time she comes on, she's like, you know what? Dave's right.
We're gonna have those conversations to where she's not gonna say that. You said the second to last time you said it, and then like it was like a three times streak where we was like, you know what, Dave's making sense.
Listen,
this is the third time.
75% of the time you agree with me.
You agree.
I agree with me.
This is the third time for real.
That's why I said I had to just come up to. I see both sides. I just didn't want it to get lost, and I didn't want to get like. All right.
And
let me smooth something over there. Okay. All right, let me take this. Let me take this time to smooth things over real quick. All right, y'all listening?
This is not going to be a good thing, y'all. Just to let y'all know, this is not going to be a good thing.
No, what?
I'm seeing your face, Dave. I know you well enough at this point, dude. Like, no,
dude, I thought we was gonna run out.
No,
absolutely
I got you covered.
All seriousness, though, Tracy,
I got it covered.
Apology from you, Dave, because that wasn't okay.
Okay, let me smooth it over then.
Okay, go smooth it over.
All right,
we're gonna let you smooth it over.
Y'all listening? Y'all listening?
All right.
I don't care. No, okay. Okay, here I'll say this. I it's true that like I feel like maybe I may have and could have possibly went a little bit overboard. Maybe. I acknowledge that.
No, maybe.
As a possibility, and I apologize for that.
Okay, we make your way.
We're making way. We're making progress.
I don't take back anything I said, but I will take back the aggression that I present.
I like that.
I do feel like there was some. I do feel like it was a response to her as a aggression, but
that we're taking back the aggression. We're not pointing back on what. We're just taking back the aggression.
Hey, it's been recorded.
Okay, I'll see you next week, Dave, for our session, because it's working.
It's working.
You know what? I'm about to piss everybody off.
No, you're not. We're done with that.
You know what? I think, listening to y'all as long as I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And It's all about your deliverance, Dave. Like for me,
you be saying the right things as deliverance, so we gonna leave it there.
You're telling me that I didn't start out. I
think Dave like this. So what you don't? Okay, so in my eyes, I can see you started off as Dave. That's where it's at. I think for you don't understand is that your natural tone is aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do know that. You already know that. It's a natural tone. And so it's not somebody that doesn't know you.
I gotta talk soprano.
No, you don't have to talk soprano.
I have to be off on settled.
We have to get to a point where everybody understands. That's why I'm glad that D came up. That's why I'm glad that Sandra came up, because let me just say this. They seen you and they, you know what I'm saying? He can be respectful, but I'm telling you that you're still going to look at him and think that he's disrespectful, Nori. So when I tell you that you have to just get to know him for who he is. And that's why I said, I put it out there as that's why I say, and like I said, he's going to throw stuff again. That's why I put it out there that he's the Charlemagne.
I'm going to say this, CJ, because I'm going to hold you accountable, Dave. You know what I'm saying?
I was respectful, though.
The way that you come out is very disrespectful. So you have to learn how to change the verbiage or how you present it. You know
Stop trying to change me.
Well, it's not about changing if you're trying to do something positive, even though that you have a different mindset from what the subject is.
What's the subject?
That's real. That's real.
Present it in a way for everybody to understand it.
And this here is what you call black community. This is black. This is black families.
Right.
So this is what we're doing right now.
I agree.
I think he actually came off just fine in the beginning. Because I agree, he did.
Well, you've been listening to him for 2 years. I thought he came off just fine in the beginning too, but at the end of the day, but when I said that,
case dismissed.
Let me just say, for a person that just coming in, because I felt Tracy. Do you get what I'm saying? So for as like what she was feeling, I felt that. So when I say this, for her as a new person that has never heard Dave before, he did not come off as respectful.
Well, no, I mean in the beginning he did.
Thank you.
He said, I don't think it's our king's fault. He says, because that's systematic and we won't go there. He said, I think it's ignorance. And then he started to say that. He started off fine.
Yeah.
But
he did start off fine.
He did. But when Tracy voiced her side, then he did switch into aggression.
So
if you go back and watch the video, you'll see that change.
I'm not going to do that.
And then that's when he started snatching the headset off.
I am going to look at it.
He started getting really aggressive. But in the beginning, he actually was pretty calm. Because I was like,
I feel like I was matching energy.
And that's because
I feel like I was matching energy.
But you are the host,
that's
right?
the problem.
So you don't want to match energy.
I'm not no host.
That come up.
You're not
you
a
are
host.
a host. You are
No, I'm not.
Of the government.
My name ain't on none of this thing.
Oh, David, George.
So you can't be matching energies with people. You know what I'm saying? Like let her feel her feelings because those are her feelings, and
Absolutely.
she went
Like
through
Shantae,
it. You know what I'm
what's
saying?
up?
And
What'd he do?
things, you know, like people still have to deal with, and it may come off as a victim mentality, but which is really not. You know what I'm saying? She just speaking on
Her opinion.
what she went through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
What
so,
she experienced.
all right, so
Her experience.
I don't want to dive too much into that, because look, all seriousness.
Oh, Dave, we can go.
Hey, wait. All seriousness. I agree with y'all saying. I could take that in. That's fine. But to that last point, I don't agree with that. We could talk about that another time. But I'm with you. I get it.
Yeah,
that's something else I got to work on. I get it.
I love it.
But that last point, I don't know.
Yeah, I think once y'all started kind of open dialoguing, that's when y'all started losing it. But in the beginning, Tracy was fine. You were fine in stating your rebuttal to like, hey, this is how we do it. But I think once y'all started open dialoguing, you might have said, the victim word, some other words. She took it the wrong way, as an insult. A lot of people saw it that way, but when you take away all of that, the message was perfect.
Right. Can I just say this then? So with that being said, right? So I know it's in the way I say stuff, whatever. Like I can. I'm making my efforts to change that, but at the same time, at some point I got to be honest about what I'm seeing. Like if I'm constantly going against this point, like because I feel like I didn't start getting frustrated until after probably the third or fourth time she started going into that, what I'm not gonna get into it, but what she was saying, and I'm like, no one is arguing that. No one is arguing. Why am I banging my head against this brick wall, and the conversation is not going anywhere forward because she, that's where my frustration comes in. I don't have a good way of dealing with being forced to argue a point that I don't identify with.
You're welcome.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so do you think you could have, just let her say what she said and then come back in a
twice?
So your voice wasn't calm, meaning it wasn't receptive. Cause I'm listening in. Like I heard the beginning. Listen, Dave. I heard the beginning of.
No, I'm listening. I got.
And
you.
I was like, okay, Dave, because I even wrote it down up in the comment. Okay, Dave. And then when she did her stance point, and it was like, okay, you became combative. It's just like, okay, now I'm not listening. Now I'm in defense mode. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see her point of view, and that victim word being the hey Panda, and
I never called her a victim though. No.
The word victim itself.
Okay.
So so I'm gonna say for me, right?
Okay.
That word victim for me, I don't like it.
Okay.
Because it was used against me when I was younger. So I don't like that word. But if you would have came with a much calmer tone, because I got what you're saying, like we have to come out of that victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? If it would have been a little calmer, I think she would have got the message of what you're saying versus her taking as you calling her a victim, because maybe somebody said that to her. We don't know why that word triggered her the way that it did.
And for her, it was ignorance. Yeah,
okay.
For her, it was the word ignorance.
Okay. I can sympathize with that 100%. But going back to what the original thing we being an adult. No. Being an adult and not having this this sensitive reaction to everything. Mm. That's what I want. You know what I mean? I want, when I say something, it be, if you have a problem with it, you say I got a problem with that, and then we discuss it. But don't just like, okay, well, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to project my whatever onto what he just said, and I'm pretend like that's the facts.
Hold on, but let me call you out there. You did the same thing.
When
you got mad and took off your headset.
Yeah, because I was done with it.
Listen, you was in defense mode though. I'm just saying it's the same way. Like we're gonna call a spade, we're gonna call that spade now.
Okay.
Okay, so
that's racist.
It was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn how to understand one another. Like I said, when you get to that point, Dave, you need to walk away. Like walk away, take a breather, and then come back, because I'm telling you, my guy,
intervention for
you have
it's not working.
A message, but it's not received because of how it's coming off.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. All right.
We love the message that's going on. Let's go ahead and move forward.
All right, for the new people that are joining us, welcome into the Government Cheese Party podcast. This is intervention of
Wait
Dave.
a minute now. No.
That's not what we were doing. Don't you see what Dave? You see what Jay is trying to do, right? You see what he's trying to do? He's trying to pull the ugly back out of Dave. Look,
it's working.
I know.
I know. Because you don't have to pay me some money for an intervention.
Right.
We
need some scenario for
zero balance on that one.
But listen,
exactly. See what I'm saying? No intervention.
Pandas, I love you, but this is probably not the best time right now. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you why later.
Girl, yeah, we can't let you up here with this man.
Not the best time right now. That's okay, Panda. We'll talk about it later.
You good.
I just figured I'd tell you so you don't think that I'm just ignoring you.
But to jump back into the conversation, we have to be more aware of. See,
I'm practicing restraint right now, dude.
Yeah, better communication.
All right.
Did we have anybody else that was in the panel that wanted to come up? Nori, I think, wanted to come up.
But I want everyone to understand.
Nori, because she been saying him or her.
Yeah. So
go ahead, brother. I'm sorry, brother.
You good?
You're good. Look, we bad. I'm bad at that.
So we have to be more mindful of the communication part when we're talking about being amongst men and women, being amongst you and I. We have to be more as like what you normally would say, CJ, a team.
Yeah, we have to be a teammate.
And a lot of times I don't see the men and women being more of a team in the Black community. More so than none, there's a lot of like we've had, previously a couple of minutes ago with the back and forth, the bantering, the constant argument
but we
that
got
has
to
to go with
now.
this. So
that's what this is supposed to be about, right?
Exactly. So because I'm trying to bring it all the way back to what this
trying to put a bow on this thing.
Trying to put a bow on it.
Trying to.
Lord.
But also too, there's a lot of other factors in Black families as well too. Meaning there is financial things. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, we've run into. We run into money issues, housing, jobs, stuff like that. We run into those, and that could be also the mitigating factor as well too, with all the rest of the other stuff that compounds all of the other issues. Mm-hmm. What other things besides financial things are the major issues alongside the other issues that we've just had some conversations about? We could go medical. We could go wealth. We could go
mental.
Mental, yes. Mm-hmm. Or we could go family past. Sometimes
history,
family trauma, and all that.
Family trauma. Exactly. That can also be into the mental part as well. But I wanted to let
happen in the brain.
Yeah. I hate you.
Okay.
You say he a left sider? That makes sense.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So I want to ask the people in the comment section, and obviously the two wonderful ladies up front.
What are bring Nori up?
I don't know, man.
There.
That's
I just want her to be able to say what she needs to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring Nori up and let her go ahead and say what she needs to say too.
Yeah.
So
let Lori.
Jay's like about to shut it down. Hi, Nori.
Real quick, Jay.
Hello. I actually think that when I was originally wanting to say something, I think you've kind of touched on a lot of it. Mm-hmm. But I will say this: this is the first time I am having a chance to listen to the podcast. Mm-hmm. So I'm meeting everyone fresh.
Yes.
And what is very frustrating is dialogue and communication. So if we can't keep our tones down, then we can never get the message through. And so I'm on the other side of it because I was raised as the daughter of a mother that the father never came back, and the granddaughter of a father that never came back, and a great grandchild of a great grandfather that never came back. So it's like there's only so much we can put off on the man or the woman, but we do see there's a pattern. Now, do we sometimes feel like when we know they were doing the drafting and they were taking our Black men and taking them and putting them into war, that could have been a start because the woman was stuck at home with the kids? That was. But the yelling, we can't do that, friend. Like
Yeah.
I am very much so like you when it comes to conversations. I am you, but this is why we can't get anywhere, is because we have to learn how to get one to the other. And once we start yelling, we're no longer hearing nothing but what's in our own heads. We're not hearing what the other person is saying. And the key word is listening. We don't listen, we just hear. So can we start listening to one another?
That's it. That's what we need in the community. We most definitely need that in the community. I feel like we have to start listening to each other more. You know, one of the things that I say all the time to this random say, right? God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. He gave us 2 ears to listen double and talk once. Right.
And the sarcasm of the laughing and all of that, I do think they were all adults.
It's not sarcasm.
Believe me, I can get you with the sarcasm tree too. So I promise we match and mirror very well. However,
it's not sarcasm. I'm
when you cut everyone off again, you're not listening.
I haven't said nothing for the past 5 minutes, and I'm just trying to get a point out.
You ain't letting nobody get a point out the whole time, really.
When was the last time I spoke?
Wow, that was
all right. Whatever. All right, cool. Whatever. Yeah, all right.
Go ahead.
No, we're good.
Go ahead and finish it, Nori. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm fine. That was all I was saying. Is that from me being
we have to stop yelling. Yeah.
Yes, to be able to, because right now, of course, I want to be yelling too, but I'm not, because I need to be able to hear and understand his understanding, or what everyone on the panel is saying. But if we're all yelling at one another, someone may have said something really good in there, but we missed it in the fire. And that's all I'm saying. Because his emotions are high, and all I'm saying
my emotions aren't high. My thing is I got something to say, and then whenever I'm ready to say something, all of a sudden I'm cutting everybody off when I got cut off when I was about to say what I was about to say. So obviously y'all don't want to hear what I got to say. I understand that. I'm cool with that. That's fine. That's cool.
No one has a problem with hearing what you have to say, honey. We just want you not to scream it to us.
Yeah, you are being defensive right now.
How am I being defensive?
I think for his, he was getting cut off, so he got frustrated with the cut off.
To be honest, the kind of conversation that was, as she was talking, kind of was directed towards him and me,
about him yelling. Well, you weren't yelling.
Well, no, the snickering and laughing part that still was. So again, like,
okay.
I just find it. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't hate anyone, including everybody involved. But this is my energy. It's been this way for a long time, and it's a result of things. But I don't not respect anyone here. I understand what you're saying, Nori. I can receive that. I understand what you're saying, Sandra and you, and then
it's D because her name changes every time you talk to her.
and what's the name? Tracy. I can take that in, but my thing is when I'm trying to be a part of the conversation, even though I've been restraining myself the entire time, right, and not having any space to do so, you know what I mean? It's just like that's frustrating for me. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. Right. So I get what you're saying. I'm not disputing most of what you're saying, but there's something in what you said that doesn't sit right with me. That's and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's not even important. You know what I mean? So I can say that I agree. I give y'all the win or whatever, however y'all want to look at it. And then we can go to something else.
And if we have somebody that's in the community, that's why I said it's like it's not a win or lose situation, because if one person in the community loses, we all do.
Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah, okay. 100%,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, you know how I where my stance is with that. So I don't think that's the case. I think, like I said, you were right in the stance that you should have been able to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was going to say, Nori said this, hold on. That's what I was gonna say, but then it got to a point where now we're about to lash again because now you're frustrated.
Well, I'm not really frustrated.
You were frustrated with the fact that you couldn't.
Okay.
You were frustrated with that. So that's where we have to stop. We have to stop and think before we lash.
Right.
And that's all.
I agree.
That's all.
Definitely agree. That's why I called him out, because I wanted him to hold his composure while he spoke to him. You know what I'm saying? That's a start, and you did that, Dave. Okay?
Yeah, he did it. He did it. Just understand. He did it.
He did that.
He did it.
Okay, so I'm proud of you. But that. I don't want to mess up your name. Listen, I don't get your name right. Norier. You hit a lot of stuff dead on the head. Like you said, people be listening to respond and not to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said before, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
Because I know for me, if you get to yelling at me, I don't like that. I never liked that as a child. You know, I'm going to shut down. I'm not going to listen to anything that you have to say to me, even though that the message that you're saying is helpful, but I'm not listening to it because you're yelling. So
it makes it hard to receive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So definitely. But Dave, I'm proud. I'm gonna keep on praising you because I know where you were 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight, to see a different side from last week, I'm gonna have to lift you up, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Even the small wins, I'm going to lift you up because you did a great job tonight. And I did call you out. You did owe Tracy apology how you reacted and you gave it to, I don't know if she seen it or not. I don't know if she seen it or not. You doing that apology or whatever like that. But I'm gonna give you your pat on your back. I'm gonna give you your flowers and your small win. So keep it up. Okay.
What Dre say?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Like I said, I only came up here because I agreed with you. I think the way you started, I think the message you were trying to relay was perfect. I think, like I said, when it kind of opened up, kind of got lost. Emotions kept, people got. But overall, I think it was a great conversation what y'all were talking about. I think the direction of, just you saying that it's not our men that make ghettos, but the system. You know what I mean? Like the way things started, is how we have ghettos, but not our kings leaving our queens and all that junk, because there's also stuff like Coach Chrissy said you would have to unpack. Yeah. There are men who don't know how to necessarily be men because they didn't have men.
Right.
But there are some men who had father figures or mentors, right? And so we're learning along the way. But I don't think it's a man versus woman.
Right. On those points, so like, and okay, so seriously, right? So with I feel like that there needs to be some sort of what's the word? Some sort of like, I don't know the right word, not revolution, but some type of consensus that we come to that where we don't put so much, we try not to put so much emphasis on our perception of a word rather than just take the word for what it is, because it's hard to try to come up with a certain word for a certain person when the word already exists, but their perception of it is derogatory. You know what I mean? And again, I understand it. It's hard for some people. I understand, just like it's hard for me to figure out what that other word could be. You know what I mean? And I don't, and I say this honestly, I've gotten to the point where I don't consciously care enough, and that's something that I do got to work on. I don't consciously care about trying to be sentimental to someone else's trauma or whatever when that trauma is being used to attack me. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be combat. Not always. I'm sorry. I'm naturally going to be combative when I see that happen. So I don't know if that makes sense or not to y'all, but that's what I got to say about that.
It does, and I don't know which one of y'all said that. I think it was actually Jay, because there was a while ago when Jay said something. I said, Jay, remember that? Y'all remember when Jay said that? Like maybe last year, 6 months. I should have wrote it down.
Should have wrote it down.
Dumb it down for you. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
remember he said
that was bad choice.
I was like, Jay, because I love you.
But there's,
But that was composure. I could say to Jay without attacking him, Jay, hey, please don't use that. You know what I mean? Like, that offends me.
Yeah, try another word. Try to,
And Jay did. And Jay was receptive. He said, I hear you. Let me say it. He said, okay. Let me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general.
No. I 100%. I understand 100%. So to kind of put some clarity on a little bit where I come from with it, I got to the point where certain words don't necessarily affect me that used to like affect me just with make me go crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I guess so it's so it's hard for me to be sensitive to that, because to other people who haven't gotten to that point, because I know people who says certain words to me that as a black man, as a man in general, as just whatever labels that are attached to me would be derogatory just in the word itself. You know what I mean? Like, in the perception of it. I don't take it that way anymore. I say, okay, what does he mean by that? What does she mean by that? What is she trying to convey to me by saying that? And I'm going to analyze it right then and there. At least try to. I mean, that's how I communicate. So when I see people who can't do that for me, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, okay. All right, you know what I mean? What are we doing? But I understand that's my problem. That's my problem.
No. I'm not saying it's your problem. I think I agree with you. I mean, I am somebody who can, be talked to. You can call me I can say that. I almost slipped. You almost got me. You call me a B word, and C word, this word, that word, this word, because it doesn't pertain to me. I don't think of myself
as such.
Like CJ said, to embody. But I am strong enough to say, hey, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because that's just my self-respect that I won't let you talk to me.
And that's one of the things that I got to say, that in that situation, that whole scenario, she did confirm that she didn't like that word.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it was repeated. And that's what caused, I'm pretty sure, for her, at that point, her defense wall went up.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. And then he got defensive. But I'm like, David, you can call me whatever. You can call me whatever you gonna call me.
Yeah.
Now, it ain't gonna bother me, but just know.
I ain't scared.
Right, because you discredited her feelings and what she felt about that word. So that's what caused her defense wall to go up. And I get everybody, but you got to understand, that's another thing. We got to understand that everybody's standing where we are. So that's where we have to be.
Yep.
So we get it. We understand it. So all right.
So what about the black family?
So
back into we had to make sure. I just wanted to make sure everybody had their turn and their because, like I said, this is a podcast. So one of the things we want to do, we want to make sure everybody can validate what they're saying, especially when they're not coming up here to be combative. You know what I'm saying?
I am, though. I always am. And
yeah,
I mean, my wins.
How come she can and I can't?
Because she comes.
I literally come to combat Dave. I'd be like, what bullshit she gonna be on today?
This is a podcast.
Something you're going to agree on.
That's true.
OMG.
You coming to the podcast? You know it. Day there, I'm there.
Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, you got to have somebody that opposes you. Like, that's what it is.
I'm good with it.
I believe in him, and I told him.
Dre, do you see the transition, Dre? Do you see the transition?
It's true. Because I believe, I know you disagree with the Charlemagne comment, but Dave does have knowledge. Dave can speak on topic. He can be hilarious. Like I said, sometimes it's the way it come out. You know, people receive it, whatever, right? But beside all of that,
that was a compliment.
She rubbed the compliment in there. She rubbed the compliment in there in the process. Lord,
so you can't get mad off of that.
You might want to go ahead and sign off, D. Sign off.
Nah, I'm just
I'll tell you. So I think he can bring that side to y'all's podcast. That's why I combat him, because I see what this can go.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you as a viewer and a friend, because if it wasn't, I'd come up here and cuss, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I get it. That's why I said I get it. We know what the dynamics is. This is why we stuck together for as long as we did. And everybody I know, like I said, he's not always likable, but he is a part of this, and he was the original. He's an original part of this.
I ain't never said I like him.
I know.
I don't remember that one.
I know. And let me just say this: I've known Dave for 16 years.
Damn.
That's a long time.
That's a long damn time, right? So when I say that I understand and I see where everybody comes from when they come at, and I understand, and I think he now is understanding too. Whatever. He said that's a whole damn teenager. I can't. But I get it.
Welcome to Donnie.
That is a part of the dynamics of our team. And when I say that
he's talking about my face, how I'm so young.
How you so young? That's what he's talking about.
You're still young.
I'm about to be quiet because you can't say nothing nice.
I don't have no grin in my face.
He is a part of the team, and like I said, do I always agree with Dave? Hell no, hell no. Y'all got to know that I don't, right? And I don't. Does Jay always look? He's trying to mold me over, y'all.
Why y'all bringing me into this?
Does Jay always agree with what Dave says? Hell no. Does Dave always agree with what I say? Hell no.
No.
But that's a part of our dynamic, right? And Dre is another one that's been here since the beginning. So Dre has been here since the beginning. So that's why when I said that I was looking for a co-host and I wanted a woman. I wanted a woman to be another woman to be a part. You guys, this is why I said you didn't know what? Shut up.
Oh, I knew that.
But this is why I say it can't just be anybody.
You gotta have muscles to have a muscle shirt, dude. Like that's social media. Those striations are drawn on. Those are drawn on striations. I know when I see it.
These are made
in a factory
by Ken Masters.
Okay, now. All right. What do you have to say?
Is that Ken Masters' shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I need one.
So what is your intake on the whole scenario? You kind of heard some of it.
And then flex as you're talking.
You heard. So we're talking about black families and the dynamics that it is now, and then we also, but we talked a little bit. Well, we don't have to go back on that, but black families and dynamic. What do you think on that?
Well,
and the back in the day and to now.
In my topic, then.
Back then,
your topic is we're going to be on here for another 2 hours.
That's the point.
That's not the point. Do you hear Dre? Help me!
I can only help you with so much information. You just said black families and dynamics of the old and the now. I wasn't alive, dear.
Well, what do you know about the old?
I don't really know about the old too much. I know it was the silent generation, the silent dads. Those silent dads who were there but they weren't there.
Okay.
Ghost? What are we talking
Ghost
about?
dads.
Ghost dads.
The silent, y'all don't know about the silent generation.
Ghost dads.
Those
you talking about the war veterans?
They ain't gonna lecture you. They're just gonna beat you.
Oh, like my dad. Okay. Cool.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, well.
So that the dynamics
of generation of dads.
That's my dad.
What most people are saying are the generation that isn't there, the deadbeats of some sorts.
Yeah.
And then you come to our generation now, the ones that are trying to break those curses.
Are they though? Okay.
Some are.
Some are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We can't discredit the whole entire group.
But some always are. You know what I mean? It has, okay.
No. I think there's a bigger. It's a bigger.
The majority is louder than the minority.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I most definitely feel like our black men have grown in a sense of trying to rebuild the community. Now what is that?
It's a duck.
Oh gosh. And I feel like that's kind of what you're saying, Dre. Like you're trying to break what systematic stuff happened to us.
We're trying, but we don't have a manual for it.
Right.
That's
exactly what Jay said. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So it's like, so we're kind of messing up at the same time.
Yeah. So absolutely. So okay. It was me that time. Like Dave just got in trouble for something I did. But yeah, so thank you, Dre, for that. But again, like I said, I want to get back into that and let's let y'all know. Like I said, I know not everybody is gonna. That's a part of, I guess, really podcasts. Everybody's gonna have opinion on it, right? But opinions are one of those things that, like I said, it's all going to differ. That's why we have to do this. We have to talk about it and work on scenarios because the situation, like I said, Dave is not the only person that reacts the way he does in our community.
Let's talk about why.
No, but we that's another whole damn conversation. That's just not happening. So he's not the only one in our community. Now, can Dave be that example to show that it is possible to make a difference and still have the stance that you have? Absolutely.
Hey, man. He's not a science project.
I'm not.
I'm just saying. He's not. I'm not talking about the same thing.
How dare you?
For your friend.
Hey man, he's not a
he can do that. Guess what?
Hey, bring it in right there.
Don't mess with my man.
Okay.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Me and you
see where that went?
Gonna have the conversation.
You see where that went?
Didn't you miss me? Didn't you?
No.
But also, in the sense of how Jay takes things too, you got to think about it. Even though he came in and he talked about it, Jay has been passive this whole conversation to where Dave is aggressive. That's two different sides of men in this world.
So what's that mean?
I'm just saying.
Called you
that's what that sounds like.
You see what I'm saying? You see how he took my words wrong?
DJ, that is kind of how I felt too.
Yeah.
Why? Is he passive?
That's what I'm saying.
Is because he's not aggressive?
No.
Want me to be aggressive?
Jay, go there.
Yeah, get her. Get her.
I think again, y'all taking words wrong. Like again, here we go.
See. So now you understand what I'm saying.
But the only difference is that I'm not gonna get aggressive about it.
Can you take words wrong if it's interpreted a certain way?
We gonna have to have a conversation off this platform. You hear me? You know how we rock, baby.
I know. But he has more of that's, and it's true. I don't sugarcoat nothing.
Okay, fair.
He has a passive take to stuff to where he has a more of aggressive take to stuff. Period.
When Jake gets aggressive, stuff breaks.
It's period. That's just how it operates. Is Jay gonna come out and just outright cuss somebody out for something that he disagrees for?
No, but he will sticker splash him.
You get what I'm saying? He's not gonna do that. To where on Dave's end he will. It's two different dynamics of a grown ass man.
That's fair.
You'll hear me coming. You won't know it.
I want you with it, but at the end of the day, it is two different dynamics of a man.
I'm waiting on him to snap. I'm waiting on him to snap.
I think he needs that snap. You don't need him to snap. No,
you don't want that.
No, Jay, not the quiet one. You don't want that. He does have it.
And it's me talking,
the ones
okay?
you don't see coming are the ones you don't want to see coming.
I see him coming.
I've been on the other end of that. You don't want to see that.
Yeah. It's not a pretty sight, y'all. Yeah. So, but we have to understand that again, he chooses to not do that.
Sometimes.
It's a choice.
Off mic.
It's a choice.
That is true.
It's a choice. It's still a choice.
Yeah.
Because has anybody in here ever seen Jay set off besides the one sitting at this table right now?
Go off on somebody at the table?
I don't pay attention. I'm usually the one.
Wait. You say go off on somebody at the table?
No, set off. Like just set off for like the things that piss them off. Not you probably, Dre, you don't count.
Aw.
Well,
I said,
well, I was ready for it too. I was ready.
You don't count. So for those of y'all that don't know, me and Dre have been friends for 20 plus years. So we were friends before me and Jay even got married. So he doesn't count.
So what about black families?
Right.
Way to break that around.
Black kids do what?
Way to shut down that black family situation.
Man.
All right, no. All right, so we had to laugh a little bit, y'all, because at the end of the day, that is a tough conversation to have.
It is.
It's a really tough conversation, but it has to be had, y'all. And I'm sorry that if anybody feels like they were attacked, that was not the plan. Yes, you too, Dave. Okay, but again, like Sandra said, you are a host. You have to have a certain level when you're here.
That part.
So that's one of the things that I feel like, for me, I love everybody. Y'all know that. I'm a really sweet person.
Passive.
Shut up, Dre. And so
I love that face.
A really sweet person. And I can, like I said, as my husband, I can be very passive too. And so
sometimes,
right? We all have our sometimes, right? But we all have we have to get to a point where we can agree and grow.
And we can't get emotional. We can't get into
emotions.
Emotions can't be super high to where you can't get anything done.
Right, exactly.
There's got to be, like I said before, there's got to be a push and pull. There's got to be agree to disagree. There's got to be
give and take.
Some type of, well, yes. There's got to be in between. There's got to be somewhere where we can compromise and move forward. And unless we don't have these conversations, the more and more that, as you see in our society now,
it disappears.
It rapidly disappears. Now, I hope everyone does join us for next Saturday night.
I'm not coming.
Yeah, right. You'll be here.
Don't stress me out.
Hallelujah.
Next Saturday's topic is...
You know who said it.
Next Saturday's topic is going to be one for the ages. And this one is for the TikTok creators on this platform. And it's going to be for the black TikTok creators.
TikTok.
Yeah. I was going to say
TikTok people on this side.
And we're going to dive into all the black creators that's on this platform.
He's flipping his hair, dude.
I know that's aggressive. Calm down.
He just he's about to take his dreads out. No. Lord have mercy. Here we're
gonna have a hair off.
We're gonna have a hair off in here. You can't really see yours no more. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
because of the sign behind you.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive into all the black TikTok creators on this platform because I think there has been some how can I say it without coming off a little too aggressive?
Look, Drake,
bullshit ass creators. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
For you, brother.
There we go.
Let me say this because I'm about to say this, okay, real quick. So I hope y'all catch what I'm putting down, okay? Because I ain't gonna be able to come Saturday because my dad's birthday, and I got family coming in town. So I'm finna say this right here. What I do not like about the black content creators, we need to start sticking together. And I don't like the ones that come up in here that think they all high and mighty and be throwing slick shade. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to talk about me? You can talk about me off this platform.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
That took a turn.
Okay.
What happened?
Listen, girl, you know.
Holly Rogers,
baby, I clock your tea outside of this TikTok because we don't do that. We friends in real life. Just like everybody on this platform, even you, Dave.
Everybody on this platform, y'all get clocked on the outside of the app, okay?
Outside, like, for real. Like, if it's something like, I'm not finna get on this platform and throw no shade or get into no argument with people that I mess with. No, we are going to go on the outside of this platform and we're going to talk about it because my morals and my standard is way too high to try to make $1 off of people that I care about.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? But you have these black content creators that think they bigger than the program and they try to downplay or talk smaller content creators, and I don't like that. And you got these ones that be slick like they your friends or whatever, and they be throwing slick shades at you. I don't like that. Be who you are. Stand on what you say.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that.
That's funny. That's funny. Because man, it's only the tip of the iceberg.
It's literally
There's more.
Tip of the iceberg.
There's more to this that we will be diving into.
Like that's but that's not saying for like.
What? Yeah, I mean,
I just made. Go ahead. Y'all can still talk. I was just asking him. I have to ask my leading host if I can close out the live.
No, go for it.
And listen, y'all keep y'all head on the swivel because there's a lot that be coming up through here throwing slick shade, and I'm out.
I know. I love you, Sandra. I love you. I love you, sis. You know I'm about to talk to you on the back end. You know I am. I feel you. I feel you.
That's why I came up.
I know.
I came up for, first off, my name is D, just in case he forgot, because apparently he did.
Oh, wow.
And the fact that I was backing him, I feel really offended by that. Like, he didn't even know my name.
I was joking, man.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna just keep reminding you. It's okay. But even though, like, listen.
You said B?
No, D.
Oh.
Like D. I together. Anyway,
she be little. Where you been at, girl?
Don't mind him.
You're right. But that's why, like I said, I do come here because I do believe in Dave. Right? I come back.
Believe in Dave.
No, I didn't believe.
No, okay. I'm sorry.
Because I know you do get a lot of slack, and in the beginning, I couldn't really stand you. But you kind of growing on me, right?
Yeah, that's honest. That's honest.
Because the truth is hard to understand when you first presented with it. It's
You know what? I wouldn't say that. That's insanity.
Well, see, the truth is always insane to those who aren't perceptive to the reality of the world and its traits.
Look at even Drizzy looking like.
D, just keep going. Don't keep going into that.
I'm telling you, like Cassandra said, that's why I came up, because even though sometimes he can, whatever, however we feel about Dave, like y'all said, when right is right, right is right, and when wrong is wrong.
I'm right.
And you were right in some of this instance, like wait a minute now. So that's why I came up, because I can't let them do him like that. When I see what he was trying to say, even though it was a little
the crazy thing is that everything that you said was being said. I think it's just how you deliver it, right, D? So like in a lot of sense, it's how it's delivered, and that's why I was like, I know what family to bring up.
That's why I was like, shoot, I kind of like him because I'm gonna go up here and defend him for real.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
So I just that's where we're at, and I think and I'm glad that we got down to the point where, like I said, I hope nobody was offended. Let me go ahead and close out, y'all.
I don't think,
because that's not what it's about. Although you know what I'm saying, we can get into debating topics, like I said, but we have to all be adults at the end and be able to close out and be able to still have that conversation and move forward.
Oh, one last thing. For any of the entrepreneurs, business owners, artists, music artists.
What you mean I ain't following you?
Huh?
Go ahead.
If I do inbox you, it will be through the Government Cheese Party, and it will be asking you a question if you would like to be interviewed. So and Dre, that'll probably go for you as well too. And for the people that just now are joining us, I would like to say, moving forward, we will be start doing a little bit of projects, highlighting African-American business owners, artists, content creator, what else was it? Cryptocurrency, all types of other people that are in the community. And then
don't in a topic that right there will be our highlight moments, because it's not going to be something that's debatable. This is just coming up here showing their pure talent and what they have going on.
And so we want to give those people the platform that they will never get elsewhere. We want to be their platform for them to gain more success and more light to the Black culture, to everything else that we're trying to accomplish. So if you ever get a message or a DM from the Government Cheese Party, that is what that is. And we will let you guys know when we do go on live and interview these people. We will give you heads up on the live throughout the weeks. So please be mindful of that as well, as we continue on our journey to make sure that we highlight the Black culture respectfully.
Okay. Yep.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
All right. So, so closing thoughts, you guys. Closing thoughts. Black families then and now reveal not a story of decline, but a story of adapting and strength under shifting pressures. Families aren't disappearing, they're transforming, just like every community does under change. The question we should ask isn't what's broken, but how can we support families of all forms to thrive? All right, y'all. So that'll be our closeout. Thank y'all. So that's a mic drop. Like, that's a closeout, you guys. Thank y'all for coming in and having a conversation with us.
No, please don't.
Thank you for having a conversation with us. And we all have a very good rest of y'all's nights. We absolutely love each and every last one of y'all. And I hope, like I said, this doesn't make people not want to come back. I hope that you come back because you want to make a change in our community.
Hey, CJ, I'm gonna call you, okay, girl?
I got you.
All right, brother, y'all stand on standby, right?
Yes, you already know. Look, I'm waiting, like Sandra. I felt you for a minute. I got you.
D, we finna do a 3-way.
Yes, you already know. You get ready. Get ready.
Gross.
Don't be playing that.
He's a gross.
Don't be playing. That's the problem.
That took a
turn. Y'all be nasty.
That's a mic drop.
It's midnight. What are you talking about?
I'm closing the cloud. I'm closing it down. Goodbye, y'all. I love y'all.
Hey, this is Psycho J from the Government Cheese Party Podcast. And you guessed it. There, right there, as you see up above this corner, is W Energy. That's right. We're partnerships with W Energy. So if you are tired of those same old energy drinks that just leave you jittering, crashing, just not performing well whatsoever, check out W Energy. The clean, more healthier energy drink. That's right. So go to w.gg. Don't forget your 10% off by using the promo code Cheese Party. That's right. Don't forget that, because you'll save a lot of money on that. But go to w.gg and try yourself out some of that clean, high performance energy. Check it out.